Guys, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Very good.
I'm fine and dandy. So there's a lot of drinking in this movie, but is there any scenes whatsoever where you're pissed or inebriated, or is it just all movie magic?
It is great acting. That's what it is.
You know, even if we wanted to do that, the insurance probably wouldn't have let us. Drinking is detrimental to working in most professions, unless you're a professional drinker. So we were drinking a very, very cleverly concocted, water-based liquid, which we could imbibe by the gallon, because we had to drink a lot.
I think if you're making like an Easy Rider in the 60s, or, you know, a low-budget French film, I think it's fine to drink and do acid, but apart from that, we're professionals, you know, we get on with it.
All right, good stuff. I always wonder, I mean, you guys have been together for so long, done a lot of movies together. How much stuff do we see on screen is scripted or improv traced, or is it all scripted?
All scripted.
All scripted. I think I think our chemistry and our ease with each other and the fact that we've known each other for so long makes it kind of look improvised. But, you know...
It greases the wheels of delivery.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
if you like.
But, yeah, if you want. But, yeah, I mean,
we do some in rehearsal, don't we?
Yeah, we do. I mean, we go through the script in rehearsal, and if something comes out of that, which is funny, it goes into the script. But
if you look,
we have so much to shoot. You know, improvisations essentially happen at the end of a scene, and it usually breaks down into some kind of argument with two guys calling each other dicks, and that's it. But you know, Edgar, the way he constructs the film, his edit points are so specific that we need to get out of the scene. So if you were to, you know, indulge yourself by improvising at the end of the scene, you can actually hear the money falling out the bottom of the camera, because that's what it is, you know.
And then you get into the edit and there's just reams and reams of self-indulgent waffle that you've got to try and extract a film from, and that doesn't feel that. That's not to say improvisation doesn't work, because some films are great with improvisation, but for us, our method, we write the film, and the script that we write is pretty much the script that you see.
Yeah. I mean, also, you know, why spend a year beautifully handcrafting a script if you're not going to use it properly?
That makes sense. Let me talk to you about Edgar's process as a director. You guys are all mates, have worked together several times. Edgar's process.
Edgar.
The director,
oh, yeah,
your mate.
That guy.
Your screenwriter, your co-screenwriter.
That guy, yeah.
How collaborative is he on set? I mean, is he one of these guys that takes notes or just gives notes?
He's horrible on set.
He's horrible.
He's a dictator, a sort of a moody, selfish monster that we could quite frankly
don't really recognise him.
I don't know who he is. No, he's Edgar. We've got a sort of shorthand now with the three of us, where Edgar doesn't really have to say much to us on set. You know, we know what he needs going in. We have a very easy communication sort of process, and if he moves on, then we know he's happy. So it's not like he really has to handle me and Nick that much. We're free to get on and do the business of acting and you know, front of house with the crew. So yeah, but that's something we've refined over the years, many years.
All right, so you know, you guys have kicked some zombie ass, right? And now we're at the world's end. You know, we're facing the apocalypse. Why do you think, you know, this theme of the apocalypse is so prescient these days in movies? What makes you think of it?
I think it's on our minds. You know, we heard so much about the Mayan prediction of the end of the world. I think it just kind of drips into the collective unconscious. Sub or un? Both.
I think the thing is that it's our end, our death, you know, in whatever capacity, be it a group death or a single death, is always a massive fascination. And the turn of the century always throws up apocalyptic stories in art and music, and, you know, no less this time around with the turning of the 21st century. And I think also with the little Mayan thing on the calendar, everyone was always going, oh, there's going to... Weirdly enough, the December the 21st, 2012 was the last day of shooting on the world's end. So what the Mayans actually predicted was the end of the world's end.
That's what we think they were predicting.
Somebody just got the tablet wrong and said, and there shall be the end of the world's end, and they missed out one of the ends.
There's a bit of kind of tablet somewhere in the Smithsonian covered in Mayan hieroglyph, which actually, if they got one of those air dusters out, it would say
World's End, rated
R.
August 23rd.
Awesome, thanks guys.
Thank you, sir.